Hey neighbors, the Handyman here with Initiative Coffee Company. We're kicking off with apparently a hype train. That's the thing.
Ciao, ciao.
I will learn Twitch one day.
Shit.
Oh, those are cool. Look at their like dogs and whatnot. Okay. Anyway, welcome to this week's episode of Initiative Coffee Company presents In the Red. Get on board the hype train if you want to get on board the hype train. Please and thank you. Last time on In the Red, Spit. I don't remember what happened last time on In the Red. Tell us what happened last time on In the Red.
Yo, Morty can tell what happened while I'm frozen.
Morty, figure out what happened last time on In the Red.
Figure it out. Craig the Wizard died 15 years ago of old age, apparently. He's the one responsible for the wards of the mayor and Mayor Ornath's home. I found out that his wife died, yikers, and I was just an insensitive asshole about it. But, you know, it be like that sometimes. That's why the name of this current session is Morty and his bad decisions and his angry attitude. Then Anton gave us some more info about Serena Ornath. It was fun. And by the way, Anton apparently has some old magic-y wooge on him that keeps him young and able to sleep like 6 minutes a day. Or
to clarify, he is not young. He's very old.
He's very old, but so is Roscoe. And Roscoe's actually 226 years old apparently, but we're not counting. We also found out that Mayor Lyra Bell
headphones that
is apparently was a kind of a celestial.
just launch on my phone.
Or at least he was able to cast celestial magic, aka 9th level magic. He's not been seen since the Emerald Blades went to war. And he actually was the one that inspired the Emerald Blades to become an organization itself. Cooper had some information that along the lines of We List Lost Spit.
Scrambles.
That was it was
He's
as long
coming
as
back.
the walls shall hold something. And I think it was something along the lines of like, hey, yeah, we don't really have much more info than that. We went to May and we did some more investigating to figure out what was going on. Asked Macy about anything she knew about, Mayor Ornath's wife. She didn't have much. Let's see here. Oh,
hey, Slayerlinks with a tier 1 sub.
look at you!
Pushing us
We
over that
finished level
tier 1
1.
hype train.
And then
Oh, it's on mute. Thanks so
appar-
much.
apparently, Mayor Lear, as we found out from Roscoe, is a Cardinal, who's like a high-level celestial of some sorts.
Wait,
Once
Cooper,
again-
is that what we're doing now? We're just putting a thing around our drink?
Yeah. And then, which is most importantly, I think the most important thing here, the Bruce
I
tells
only
us
had a
the
roll of
rest.
tape on my desk.
That works.
You guys are interrupting the recap, please.
My intelligent notes. Bruce
Look,
tells us that
everyone could just go read the Google Doc. Just go.
I
read the
don't
notes.
even have access to the Google
Yeah,
Doc.
do you think Brian got access to this fucking Google Doc? No shot. He wouldn't even read it anyway.
That's true.
Bruce tells us that the phrase that exists is he will exist as long as the wall exists, and that's for Mayor Lear. Then as we get to the end, Spit sees a group of people coming into town with four cloaked individuals. One is about 6'4". The others are shorter. It seems like one might be a Minotaur. The rest are under 5 feet. One has an aggressive limp while the rest don't. They seem to be hardy dwarves, potentially. It seems like he'll have a metallic smell about them after he smelled like around where they were. And then we went to Aaron's, and apparently there was nothing missing. And then something miraculous happened with Veruca as Morty was tired of her crap.
A few edits. Something miraculous happened. It doesn't necessarily have to do with Veruca.
I said at Veruca.
Yeah, that's not how miraculous things work. Other than that, yeah, that's a pretty good summary.
Thanks, I took notes.
Yeah. You guys have just finished up with Aaron, presumably. What do you want to do?
What time of day is it?
It's like early afternoon, I suppose.
And keep in mind that I'm still invisible till
Mhm.
and like stalking these people, so I'm not with you guys.
Right. you do get the idea that one of them can see you. Through
Oh
his,
no!
through his gem
Oh.
Oh yeah, the
his
thing.
appraisal
Yeah.
device.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
Spit,
right. That's
why
what
don't
I
we-
did last week.
Yeah, Spit, why don't we pick up with you then? You have a dwarf that is looking at your invisible self through his gem appraisal eye magnifying glass thing.
Just really quick, where are they located? And I would have been like scuffling in the villages,
Mhm.
like what few alleyways and whatnot there are there. Can you describe their current location in town and how I've been both invisible and trying to be stealthy at the same time?
Sure. So they are kind of headed into the tavern, to Macy's. And you are, I suppose, kind of across the street, maybe hiding behind like a bush or in like tucked into a cart, which is possibly why they knew why this dwarf noticed you, and like the fact that you're hiding while invisible, but not, like that seemed peculiar probably. And so that's where we are, welcome Chino33 Soccer.
Yeah.
Grats on your gift 1 sub and your tier 1 sub and your in the red coin emotes.
Right.
Remind me where we are relative to where
So you
Spit
guys
is.
you guys are inside
Aaron.
Aaron's wood shop. And Spit is I guess like probably outside in the cart she keeps out front, like kind of tucked in, trying to be relatively stealthy while invisible, but apparently not being super successful at that.
I am having realized. Oh man, having realized that one of them is able to see me. I'm actually going to about face in the cart and posture myself as if I'm gonna surprise people that are walking out of errands, and like give myself, like, I won't audibly snicker, but I'll snicker with my body, like I'll make my shoulders go up and down to try to put up a ruse that I wasn't spying on them. I'm hiding because I want to surprise other people.
Excellent. Give me a performance check.
Performance! It would help if I had D&D Beyond up, but the computer was acting up. Alright, I will roll while that's going. Oop. And my character sheet is there. That is an 18.
Yeah, I think you managed to successfully bamboozle these dwarves, this dwarf, I guess, specifically, into ignoring you. Notably, you don't hear him say anything. Like, he's close enough that you would hear him, or like notice him like mutter to his companions. He doesn't appear to like think anything of the fact that you are invisibly hiding in the middle of town, and they just tuck into Macy's, which could mean a lot of things. Maybe he's not a great guy if he's okay with people being invisible in the middle of merchant districts in towns, or maybe something else. Who knows? Or maybe he thinks it's none of his business. But
Maybe it's Maybelline.
maybe no, it's not Maybelline.
Damn it. Dang
He was
it.
born with it.
Not great.
Sponsored
Alright.
by them now?
Not yet, but maybe.
That would be an
Okay.
awesome sponsor.
So, and
For
they
all
have,
of us losing our hair.
I don't want to talk about it.
so this cohort of 4 have gone into the Macy's Inn building,
Yeah, they're
correct?
currently tucking into the building. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna listen for them having completely gone into the building before vacating my cart fort of mischief, and reuniting with the party in errands unless they're already on their way out. In which case, I'm gonna surprise them.
Is there anything else you all want to do at errands?
I don't think so.
If I remember right, we were just talking with her, asking if she was all right with us like getting wood back and such for her. That's all.
And
it
we
was.
also inquired to make sure nothing of hers was missing.
Cooper has very little idea what's going on, so he's just gonna follow y'all around.
It's okay, sweet summer child.
Oh, did they? I think I remember. I mean, I wasn't there, but Aaron and Cooper exchanged eyes, didn't they?
Everyone that sees Cooper is swooning over Cooper a little bit. He's a very handsome man. Often he opens his mouth and that goes away very quickly. But he
You
was
don't
very
know
quiet.
that, Brian.
Well,
Take the
it's happened
role.
at least twice. But he has been very quiet in Erin's shop, and therefore she has not gotten the better of her. Her head has not gotten the better of her eyes.
True.
So they are leaving.
Yes, we are leaving.
So how are you going to surprise them then? I guess.
I'm gonna burst out of the cart and I'm gonna yell like at the top of my lungs, "Surprise!"
So
I'm so glad.
somewhere you hear Spit shouting surprise, but he's still invisible, so you don't know from where exactly.
After I say surprise, I do drop invisibility and stuff like that. Yeah.
Tim could take a maintenance wipe. What just
That was
happened?
cool.
And I go, good. I'm glad you guys played along. That was exactly how it was supposed to go. So, and I'm like whispering now. I'm like, these shady people that I was talking about, they just went into Macy's. So maybe
Who are these shady people you're talking about?
they're the people that I was telling you earlier that I saw, and that's why I went invisible and didn't go with you guys.
Oh,
We
sorry,
totally
my-
went
my
over this
rage
before
has
you went
been-
to air.
Yeah, my rage is blind at this point.
It's okay. It's okay. But
Also,
these...
Spit, I feel like you need to be careful about just like dropping cloak like that because I was looking at, I was trying to figure out if
Phrasing?
it. I was what?
Is phrasing a thing?
Does that mean
No,
pooping?
no,
I
I'm
don't know.
sorry. No, I'm sorry. That's a Star Trek reference where you drop cloak means
Yeah.
that you turned off your cloaking device, so you're not invisible.
I
At
know
all.
the invisibility spell. I know exactly what you're talking about.
But I feel like I was trying to figure out if Enix would have a problem with someone even someone he knows just like because like I've spent most of my life in the wild, right? So I feel like my instinct would be to kick you as far as I could, just to like when things just appear, just get away, and you're
We can put that in the circuit. No, I've never been to the circuit.
I mean, if you want to do that as your reaction, then I'm willing to roll for it.
It's like you startle a horse, you just kick him in the.
Yeah. But I mean, are we resolving that or no?
No.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay. Yeah, these were the guys that I was talking about. They looked really kind of shifty, and I like get down and whisper even lower. I'm like, and I think one of them actually saw me. Which can be a little troubling. So I think we should go into Macy's and pretend to just be there for a beer and stuff like that.
If they know
And-
what you look at. Wait.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
But, like, that could be part of the ruse, like, because everyone knows us, right?
Oh, when we go in, Cooper, you were genuinely surprised, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should talk about and joke about how you were surprised and how I got you as sort of like the new guy. And
How about we
yeah,
just
like,
wait, why
it
don't we
all
approach
follows.
these people normally? They haven't given us reason except for cloaks. Are cloaks bad things?
no, but the last time that we tried to be reasonable about somebody, I got hit with necrotic damage. And we happen to know that...
Are you
And we
referring to
haven't-
the Death Knight?
No, I'm referring to the goblins that were all fungusy, and they were not fun guys, but they were fun
I'm gonna
guys.
stop you
Oh,
right there.
no,
There's
no,
clearly
no,
there was
no.
clearly causation on that one. Like didn't
Yeah.
have control over their bodies. These people
Yeah.
you. Maybe they just don't like the sun. If they're do we know anything about dwarves?
No. Make a history check, I guess.
Oh shit, dice.
This game does involve dice, yes.
Yeah, let's them on the table. Chill.
Ah.
Did you wear that same shirt last week?
Hey,
Could be.
I've got certain gaming shirts. Chill.
To be fair,
Valid, yeah.
To be fair, Spit and I were wearing the same shirt last week as we
14.
did 2 weeks before.
Oh,
You know that dwarves typically...
What I'm trying to get at is, do they like sunlight or not?
We know a dwarf,
Who?
Bluebeard.
He's an asshole.
Well, yeah.
You know that dwarves typically live in dwarven strongholds, which are kind of
West.
old remnants of a larger dwarven civilization. Dwarven populations have decreased
Sure.
over the last 1,000 years or so, 2,000 years. The largest stronghold nearby is Unter, north
way
of
west.
Sabin's Folly. Yeah, it's on the western side of Bell. Other than that, occasionally dwarves live outside of strongholds, but not. I mean, it is.
Really, what I'm going for is, do they
Notable,
like
I
being
guess.
above ground?
You don't know that they would be like particularly opposed to being above ground, but they are also not burdened by being underground either.
Okay, so I'll be like, maybe they just don't like sunlight. Maybe this is their first time out in a while. Maybe they just need rations.
How about we, like... Oh, I couldn't understand them till when they were talking with each other. So they're definitely foreigners.
You also know that they speak Dwarven. There's an old
It's an old language
cultural
called
language that is
Yeah.
specific to dwarves. That sometimes other people learn, but apparently Spit did not.
It's correct.
Dang, it'd be way easier if I had to comprehend languages spell. Or tongues spell.
Yeah.
My case for becoming a warlock is growing. So why don't we just approach them normally?
Well, let's walk into Macy's, make a big deal about how
Whoa.
how I scared Cooper, because
Okay.
that'll track with what they saw me doing, and then if we want to approach them, we can.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's
Do
go to Macy's.
That. Yeah.
All right.
I don't want to hang on a moment, but I love the idea of somebody like, why did you sell your soul over to that dark deity?
can't.
But wait. Je voudrais un omelette with fromage.
Ah!
Oh, okay. Cheesy
Wait,
omelets.
wait. My favorite part about it is understanding the fact that Jake is just a spiteful person who's tired of this book and he can't read the damn thing.
True.
Can you do the omelette?
Omelette du fromage.
Down the street from us is a place called Charles E. Fromage, which is just a grown-up version of saying Chuck E. Cheese, and we love it a lot.
That
Are
is
you serious? Is this a real thing?
electric. That is electric on
100%
so many levels.
Charles E. Fromage.
We gotta get merch. I don't know if they sell T-shirts, but if they
Can we
don't,
get
we're
them
gonna
to
make
sponsor this
T-shirts.
stream? I would wear a shirt
Maybe.
from there every day.
Yeah.
If I can get a polo, even better. 'Cause that means I can
Right.
wear it at work.
Work. Yeah. It's like all fancy script and everything.
Fancy script.
It's like a wine and cheese bar,
Electric.
like 100%.
Yes, they most
That's
certainly have a
awesome.
polo. There's no chance they don't have a polo.
Anyway, you guys are heading back into Macy's then?
Yeah, yes, yeah.
Okay. You guys re-enter the tavern, and Macy kind of looks at you like, "Didn't we just do this? Like, why
It was
are you
like 10
back?"
minutes ago. Chill.
All right. You notice there's probably 20 or so people in the tavern, 4 of which are 3 elves and a minotaur, kind of off in the corner.
Elves.
I'm sorry, 3 dwarves and a minotaur, kind of off in the corner. keeping to themselves, kind of like it looks like they've intentionally put space between them and like other folks, and they have like some sort of scroll or parchment out on the table, and are kind of muttering to each other quietly, kind of guarding their parchment from the rest of the establishment.
I'm gonna go order a drink at the bar.
Yeah, I walk over to the bar and like Macy gives us a look. I'm like, I just gave Cooper the biggest spook in the world. You should have been there to see it. Right, Coop?
It was really spooky, man.
Let's get a beer to take the edge off a bit.
She says, "Oh, you did a spookum, huh? All right, well,
Yeah.
Sure.
Our friend Clamor would be really impressed.
Okay.
It's just like a shout out of nowhere.
Oh, is that what I heard from? I heard some shouting.
Yeah.
Is that what that was?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
like,
like really proud of myself.
all right. That
I
doesn't seem like the best
disappointed
prank,
she is.
but
It's like a disappointed mother at this point.
like just
all
shouting
of
in
us are-
someone's face doesn't seem like the best spookum. But all right.
All of us are just doing our best to like. We're hearing the conversation you're having and doing our best to just be like,
Uh-huh.
hey, yeah, sure. Mm.
Yeah.
She
Uh-huh.
briefly makes eye contact with Enix, and she's like, "Why?
Why do you
Where
hang
did
around
you
with these
find
people?
him? Like,
All
what
right.
is happening?"
Okay. When that eye contact
found
is
me.
happening, I lean into the bar and be like, Maisie, psst.
She says, "Yes." What?
Yeah. Okay, so those 4 people in the corner there, they might have seen me. And is there anything weird or off about them?
I'm sorry. The weird or off thing is that you think it's odd that they saw you. Why wouldn't they have seen you?
I was invisible. That's where the spookum came in.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Shh.
Okay. She says, "I don't." What do you mean by off? I don't know. They're
Any
kind
odd
of
behavior or
quiet, but-
anything like that? Yeah. They might be the people that Mayor Ornath was telling us to look for. So just telling you to also keep your eye out for anything odd too.
I'm gonna. Are you saying this loud enough for we can hear it, or are you only talking to her?
I mean, if you guys had huddled in with me,
I
you could-
guess. Never. I'm not gonna say.
I would
anything.
say
I'm just
I
gonna
would
let this one
say
go.
this was a me and
Okay.
Mason.
I just want to verify.
Mhm.
She says, okay, I'll keep an eye out."
Cool. And I lean back and be like, yeah, that's how I spook them.
What a-
Secure.
Yeah.
It's a great spookum you did there,
Yeah.
Spit. Okay.
Cool. Well, let's go take our drink somewhere, guys. Morty,
okay.
anywhere you want to go?
I look around. Is there any? Are the Goliaths back?
No. Is there an open table like near their table?
Are the
There's-
Goliaths back?
The Goliaths
Yeah,
are
that's
not
a good
currently
question.
back. No. There is, in fact, several open. They have intentionally put open tables between them and other folks.
Are we
Have
able
they
to?
uncloaked themselves? Have they pulled the hoods off or no?
I think so. Yeah, they probably have uncloaked themselves. Like they're still wearing their cloaks,
But it's
because
not
it
like
is
hooded
still,
anymore.
autumn, but their hoods are down. Yeah.
What, is there any? Can you tell us about what they look like?
Yeah. So they are 3 dwarves and a minotaur. The minotaur is kind of bald on his head.
The idea of a bald minotaur just.
Yeah, he's like, time has not been good to his hairline. I don't know what to tell you. Like,
How old does he look?
how much do you know about the anatomy and aging of minotaurs?
I don't know. What
Right.
kind of check I gotta make?
I guess a history check.
I hope it's high. How does a 14 feel?
He looks like he's between 20 and 110. I don't like. I
You
don't
know,
like, he's an
honestly,
adult.
that's better than one could have expected out of Morty. Honestly,
He's clearly an adult. Any like mental vision of minotaurs you've had in the past
gone.
have had hair on their heads. This guy clearly, and this is like an intentional, like clearly like it's been a while since he's had a haircut, so you can see like where it's patchy, So like he's
Aw.
made a choice here. He's really just like
He's just leaning into it.
in and like, you know what? I'm not gonna try to pretend anymore.
He's embracing it,
Yeah. So
but
he's
also
a
not
bald
keeping
miniature.
it kept.
Right. Well, you know, you get the idea that they've been on the road for a while. But he's, I don't know, probably about 6'5", 6'6", from toe to horn tip. Pretty bulky. Kind of fills.
Is he
his
involved
chair
in the
pretty-
conversation, or
Yeah,
is
yeah,
he
yeah.
kind of a? Oh, he's actually engaged. Not like I was trying to he's not a guardian. He's actually
no, it
involved
looks like
in
he
their
is-
conversations.
It looks like he is a respected and equal member of this group. And then there are 3 dwarves. They are all dark-haired, with kind of there's like a soot, not a soot, but there's like a filth to them, but they don't seem unhygienic, right? Like there's like this permanent like splotching of dirt, that is just like become
There.
embedded in them, despite the like clearly like they look very clean. Their hair is very well kept, minus needing a shave maybe, but like their jaws are pretty stiff. Notably, they don't have beards. Normally, like you
wow.
think like beards, dwarves, but this appears
Well,
to be
actually, don't.
a misnomer, right? There's a common like association with dwarves and beards, but there doesn't
Here.
appear to be one on any of these dwarves.
Okay.
Their hair is black. They're also pretty well they're pretty well built, I guess. And they are kind of like huddled around this table. Their cloaks are still on, so you can't really see beyond that. Make a perception check.
I'd also like to order them a round of drinks, and say, "Hey, you're new in town," or "Hey, I haven't seen you in town before. Wanted to say welcome to Wins Hollow." Like with that, and I rolled a something high, a 26.
So as you kind of
Or
like
I'll bring them.
walk,
I'll bring them over. Yeah, I'll bring the
Sure.
drinks over. Be like, "Hey,
as you kind of walk the drinks over, they like start a bit and they push their parchment off into one of their bags.
sure."
And as you kind of approach, they look at you and they're kind of confused. And you say, "I brought you drinks," and they're like, "Oh, thanks."
Like, welcome to Wins Hollow. I hope you if there's anything you ever need, let us know. Let anyone know, and we'll do our best to help out.
Mhm.
I'm Morty.
You do notice that the one kind of at the end of the booth, he has a prosthetic leg.
One of
it's
the dwarves.
One of the dwarves, yeah. He clearly the limp was because he's lost a leg at some point. He appears to be kind of like maybe the ringleader, if you could like guess. But he appears to have a prosthetic leg. They kind of push all their stuff off the table. They seem like pleased, but also kind of like annoyed at
That I
the
interrupted
interruption.
him. Yeah.
Um,
I'm gonna say,
Well,
"Hey,
we-
my name's Morty, and this is my group," and then I like point at each one of you.
Cooper like comes forward and like puts a giant hand out to each one of them, like, "Hey."
A side note: are all of us like we're just trying to get at this parchment?
No,
Is that part of? Okay,
at least I'm not. Oh, whatever you want to do, but I'm not.
okay. Are toads intelligent enough to read?
no,
Okay.
no, absolutely not. 100% toads can't read. Yeah.
Okay.
He says, "Nice to meet you, Morty. I'm Dwell, and these are
That's the one with the prosthetic leg.
these are my associates. Is there something we can do for you?"
Cooper sits down at their table.
As you go to sit down, the Minotaur like shifts to fill more space on the booth, so that there's not space for someone else to sit down.
Oh.
Well, says we're kind of in a private meeting here.
Oh. Sorry. I just thought, like, it's a tavern. We're all hanging out.
Well, I mean
You
that's
guys
why
seem
we.
cool. You got.
That's why we came to like a separate table where we could.
Oh, yeah.
be
I was just
separate.
saying, like, you got a vibe. It's cool.
How about when
Oh.
you guys are done, maybe you could have a drink when you guys are done with your meeting? Does that sound good?
Yeah, that sounds fine.
And if
Do
any
you
of
take
guys
this much
wanna
interest
do-
in every traveler that comes into town?
Actually, yes.
Fair enough.
You guys want to do an eating contest? Let me know.
We're
I'm
we're
just
actually
saying.
we're fasting today.
Tomorrow.
As they
I
like pour
Yeah,
beer
they
down
clearly
their throats.
are clearly drinking.
I respect your traditions, but if you guys ever want to slam down, let me know.
If you ever want to slam down, let me know.
Fair enough.
Well, have fun with your meeting. I hope we get to. I hope you don't ditch us on our offer. And then I just like kind of sullenly leave. Nice leg.
Is that some
I
kind
said,
of
no.
Don't
I'll say
say that
I
out
like.
loud.
I say like, hey, I think that's an awesome construction that you have there.
makeup?
Because I've got my
Persuasion
I've got my
check?
gauntlets that also is not of natural
Mhm.
make.
Yeah, make a
His
persuasion
muscles are
check.
real big.
I'm gonna use my just gonna use Benny right now, just right out the bat. Just gonna do that one. Oh, that could have been a 4. It's not. It's a 21.
Okay. He says, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Where'd you get it from?
This is all I crafted it. It's some of the strongest iron that Winter's seen in years.
What was mine made out of? My gauntlet. It was an iron like rig almost, right?
I don't remember describing it in like a steam.
I always thought it was more like
but...
I thought it was more like an exoskeleton-y, like
Sure.
almost like a glove.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like where I was like, I've got these, and I thought that was pretty neat.
He says, we're from Undermountain, but I crafted it with the materials from Unter.
Where's Undermountain?
It's in the Westlands. The
Do we
north
know
of the
anything
mountains.
about that?
You probably don't. Make a history check.
Asking for a lot of those today.
You're asking a lot of
15.
old questions. Undermountain is like a dwarven stronghold that was like resettled. Maybe 10 years ago, but beyond that, like it's an old stronghold that was like cleared out and resettled about 10 years ago. I guess 12 or 13 years ago. Beyond that, you're not really sure.
That's really cool. You're quite the craftsman, and wherever you're headed, wherever you're going, if there's anything we can help out with, once again, we're your people, and have a good, enjoy the drink, and then I'm gonna walk away.
Thanks. Okay.
Learn my lesson of not being an asshole, or something.
All right. Anybody else want to accost these dwarves? I don't know.
No, I've been standing far away at the bar, just observing this.
Okay. So what do you guys want to do then?
Well, I know we're supposed to be looking for people who are thieverizing things, but we can at least keep an eye out on these guys and kind of tail them after they leave the bar to see where they're going. But right now, I think we just have time to kill until tonight's events, right?
I was gonna
Yeah,
go check out the northern area during daytime
Oh,
to see if there's any
circus
tracks. No, in town where those guys came
Oh.
from.
Near the wall.
Okay.
Yeah.
maybe not near the wall, or maybe I make my way towards the wall, but I want to like check out the roads areas that might have been of interest, or if there's any tracks or anything like that. I mean, I know there's a lot of tracks, but there's also not a ton of people in town. So if somebody's trying to sneak, they're not going to be in the middle of the road. They're probably near a house.
I mean, there's about 1,000 people in town, I guess.
Whoa.
A lot of whom, like, normally there's about 200 people in town. There's a circus in town, so that has drawn a bigger crowd. There's a lot of folks like tenting out just outside the town, I guess. Kind of on the south side of the road. Obviously, like, the circus is kind of like roped off a fairly large area for their circus tents. More for the safety of people that would like wander in than anything else. You get the idea. But while he's doing that, is there anything else anybody else wants to work on?
I'm trying to take mental inventory of the people that we have spoken to, just to ask them to be on alert for suspicious activity. Have we visited Siegfried yet?
You have not.
So I'd like to suggest that stop, but I'm trying to think if there's anyone else. We hit up Ornyath, we went to Macy and Gerald's. Macy will hopefully pass the word over to Gerald for later tonight. Anton's aware of it, Aaron's aware of it. We talked to Roscoe. So I think that only leaves Siegfried in terms of the kind of the notable shop. Have we told Baron and Veruca about them? I think so.
Yes. Yeah, Baron and Veruca know that there are apparently things going missing.
That's right. And Veruca was like, just get out of the restaurant. Yes, I remember now. So let's go over to Siegfried and see if he's aware of anything missing, and to just alert him. So
I'll kind of hang back and watch the front of the tavern, but far enough away, like, because the tavern's like, yeah.
Okay. NX, what are you planning on doing?
I'll come with. I'm still very unfamiliar with this town because I showed up and then we left, so I'm just gonna hang out with Spit.
Okay.
Yeah. Cooper, you want to come with Jill?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I'll go and scamper over towards Siegfried's, and I'm telling Annex and I'm telling Cooper, but Annex is probably also being told as well. Siegfried's the blacksmith in the town, and he makes a whole bunch of like useful tools and whatnot. Not like big weapon blacksmith stuff, but one can hope one day. And yeah. So let's go and say hi.
Okay.
And you guys approach Siegfried's shop. You hear him working at the forge. He's not hammering at the moment. He's pumping the bellows, I suppose. And you notice him heating up coals. There seems to be some kind of mold in the middle of the forge. And as you look in, you notice that it's just like a big mold for like 35 nails. It's just a big cast iron mold with some steel melting inside for nails.
Nice.
Cool.
Are they the nails for the barn? The second floor of the barn that's being reconstructed?
To your knowledge, that's being taken care of by the carpenter who...
it's done. Okay. I thought it was another couple of days. All right.
Yeah, it'll be a couple of days, but he's taking care of it currently. He probably either already has those... These might be those nails. But who knows? You get the idea that 35 would not be enough to solve the problem.
Maybe that's why it collapsed in the first place.
Could be. We built the house. A loose nail, 1 out of 24 ain't bad.
So I push open the door and I go, knock, knock. Hey, Siegfried.
He says, just a moment. Hold on.
Is now a good time?
He's like sweating as he's pumping the bell. He's like, I mean, not really, but there's not really a good time. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
Okay. We wanted to introduce you to a buddy of ours.
Okay.
He's new in town. So Coop, come on by. And Annex, you can come in too.
Hey man, do you need any help with that? It looks wicked difficult.
He like looks over and like his pumping stops. It's like. Oof. I mean, can you pump bellows?
Yeah.
like,
runs over and he's like, just let me know if I'm going too fast. And it's like,
The entire contents of the forge are being blown out the door right now.
Make an athletics check.
gladly. I gotta get real dice.
I feel like I'm backing away
28.
slowly. Yeah, I'm
28?
definitely backing
Oh my
away
God.
slowly from this.
And that's how
so you-
Siegfried doesn't have a shop anymore.
You start pumping aggressively, and you start to like feel a little bit of give in the bellow.
Oh,
Like,
no.
I should just power through it, and you just keep like pump, and you notice like you've separated the top bellow from like the fabric part of the bellow, and he's like,
I
this is probably my fault. I shouldn't have. I should have probably given you training. This is not at all your fault. Don't worry.
wait. Do you glue this back on? Do you tie it back on? Because I gotta tell you, I'm excellent at tying things.
It's gonna. I just.
I made this, and he points to his shirt.
This is, yeah. There's a lot of like.
Lilypad.
Yeah, there's a lot of like gaps in the very, very fine string work there that the air would not. It just wouldn't work in a bellows situation. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I have a spare. It just takes a little bit of time to set up. And honestly, like, it was just about the temperature anyway, so hopefully those nails are all right. Don't you worry at all.
I can fix it. Like, is it a glue situation?
I mean, it's like how familiar? It's similar to like horseshoeing. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I got this.
And you look at it, and there's like the fabric part is just shredded, and there's not like a way to fix it really.
I'm fixing this.
Okay.
Brian,
Okay.
listen to me.
Okay.
I'm fixing it.
All right. I have faith. I don't.
Just
Anyway.
just have
So
spit on it.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, yeah, I was ready.
While this is going on, I pulled Spit aside and be like, I've never met this guy before. Is he usually this easygoing? Because Cooper just wrecked this thing.
Yeah. Let me introduce you. I'm like, come over. I like completely ignore the whole easygoing thing. I'm like, and this is Enix. Enix, come.
Hi, good to meet you.
He's like, oh, hello. I have something for you. I have something for your friend.
Oh, yeah, I could take that over too.
Okay. And he goes and he gets like 3 5-foot tubes with stoppers with like steel stoppers on the back. They are taller than you are by a lot.
I look up and go, oh. Okay, I don't know if... I'm sure this is what he wants.
Yeah, he said he wanted tubes. Metal tubes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I walk around the masterpiece, and I go, like, I mean, how long did these take you to make?
I mean, like a couple of days. It doesn't take super long to make them.
Nice.
I made a mold. It took a while to make the first one, and then I made a mold. Now they're pretty quick.
That's awesome. Cool. Enix, Coop, we probably should take these back over to the house after we're done, but we wanted to share some information with you that we heard from Mayor Ornya. So,
okay.
Yeah, are you missing anything around here? Because Mayor Ornath was saying that some people in town have been saying things are missing.
No.
he's a little worried that there might be some thievery going on and that there's a ton of people around because of the circus. And so we promised him that we keep an eye out, but any help that we can get from folks that we know about any like weird or odd activity or behavior can just really help us out in helping keep the town safe.
He's like missing, and he like starts pacing around his shop and like checking his inventories and making sure all of his materials are there. He says, I don't think I'm missing any. Everything seems to be in place. I don't.
Okay. Good. All right. Cool. We just wanted to let you know, and we're glad that nothing appears to be missing on your side, but we're really hoping that we could figure it out before things potentially get worse. Oh, and did you get a chance to go to see the carnival?
Yes. Yeah, I saw the opening night. It was very exciting.
Yeah. Was that the one that we were at? That was day one, right?
Yes.
Did you see me?
I did. Yes, I saw you. It was.
I was trying to save someone. It was very terrifying, and like I know what a fall like that can do to somebody. So I wanted to make sure that they were okay. I thought they were gonna slap me, but somebody had something like that happen later.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
Anyway.
Why would somebody slap you for trying to help? No, it's fine.
I don't know. Usually the forces of nature compel us.
Yes.
But yeah.
Yeah. The mysterious forces at work.
Yeah. All right. Well, it was good to see you again, Siegfried. And yeah, we're gonna be on top of trying to make sure that everyone's safe, and let us know if you need anything. Coop and Enix, are you okay helping me carry these tubes? Yeah.
Totally. But do either of you guys know mending?
We know someone who does.
I do,
Excellent. I'll send them over here, my man, to fix
It
this.
might might be NX, but it also might be Morty.
I think I do, but I can't find it.
It's a cantrip. It'd be
It's a little
Oh.
fake.
the little boy.
Mhm.
I don't know if you have.
Well, I can turn into a giant crocodile.
That's not the same as mending. He says, thanks.
Does he say anything else?
He does not.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I see.
There's something you want him to say?
No.
No. No.
Dimitri, how long are you staying outside of the tavern?
Well, I'm kind of like outside the tavern / on the way back to our place. Is just kind of down the road from the tavern. Is that correct? If I remember right.
Yeah, it's like literally next door. Like you opened a sandwich shop next to the restaurant.
Oh, I thought it was like down the road, honestly. I thought it was like a couple blocks down.
It's like
I didn't realize
across
we were
the street.
actually like right next to them.
It's like
That's
across
Yeah,
the
no,
street.
we're like just down
it's
the
a
road.
hashtag of a town.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I just kind of wandered back to the kind of like the sandwich shop and was just kind of sitting out front, like watching to keep an eye on if they were ever coming out while waiting on other folks to come back from Siegfried's, which apparently I'm getting more tubes, or that I don't know about yet.
Did you get tubes before?
Yes.
All right. Well, there's
And more appropriately sized ones.
All right. Well, he
Giving
thought
you
it's
maybe
sniper
these
rifle.
ones would be
He's
better.
giving you sniper rifle tubes now.
Yeah.
He thought maybe
Well, no.
these ones would be better.
Artillery tubes.
No, he gave me 5-foot tubes last time.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's just more 5-foot tubes.
You haven't said anything otherwise.
No, you didn't correct him or redirect it all, so he made more.
Well, he had made me some, and I was just like, I haven't gotten to do anything with these, but I do now have tubes with stoppers on the ends of them,
Yeah.
which are awesome.
Yep. You see Spit, Cooper, and NX leave Siegfried's shop across the street in the other direction. It's a very small town.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Morty, where are you headed?
I'm headed
Is it
north or northern area of the town.
Mhm.
I guess it's only like 2 blocks away,
Right, yeah.
really.
The
I guess I'm
northmost of
in
the
yelling
town.
distance still.
Yeah.
For what it's worth, this is about the same distance that we were from Bruce. Where is he?
Yeah, where's Bruce? Bruce! I'm not yelling it, but like I feel like I'm in yelling distance of Bruce. I mean, we're always in yelling distance of
I can feel it.
I can feel it.
Anyway, yeah, Morty's north.
Yeah. They're exiting the Siegfried shop as you are kind of standing outside. And you are suddenly make a dexterity saving throw, Dimitri.
Dexterity saving throw. Oof. Oof. Ooh. Yeah, let's just take it. So
Yeah.
that plus that, so a 7.
A 7. Excellent. You're kind of standing kind of next to the door, and very suddenly the door slams open, striking you firmly in the face, and you will take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as you see Baron kind of like skipping away from the sandwich shop, and Veruca in chase. Clearly they're playing some sort of childhood game. It appears to be keep away adjacent, which is like a cute, quaint, delightful little aspect of their relationship you've never seen before. It doesn't seem to be dour or scared at all.
Oh, all right. Interesting.
I imagine it's just like a door slam with like it's like a cartoonish like
Yeah.
it's just like him up against the wall.
Yeah, with cracks in his little
He like steps away from the door, steps on a rake. It also hits him in the face. It's a real Abbott and Costello moment. Morty, you are attempting to look for tracks. Are you gonna check like, where are you looking? I guess specifically.
I don't know where I am. I'm in
Sure.
apparently an unnamed part of town that exists, but
I
it's
mean, there's like a little bit of separation between Ornath's estate and the rest of the town. There's like a kind of the old
A meadow.
cemetery between that filled up a long time ago, and so there's a new cemetery kind of outside of town a bit. But I would imagine like that's probably where you like last spotted these individuals fleeing from his estate.
How
Is
how
it
big
just-
is this town? Like
not.
It's like
wise.
it's like 3 blocks by 2 blocks. Like it's not
Okay.
very big. There's a north gate and a south gate. There's like 4 roads total. 2 of them go north south. 2 of them go east west. Like the north gate and the south gate are not on the same north south road. You'll have to like go through the kind of town square area. Like mostly this is a town square. There's a few houses, there's a little bit of residential, but predominantly like the only people who live specifically in town are the people who have shops and live above them. Most people live kind of like within a mile or two. Most of the people that like work in town but don't own the shops live within a mile or two of town. And then you have like regular people kind of traveling to town to like sell agricultural goods or whatever.
So I guess I'd be searching more aggressively, like in the area surrounding, like.
Morty,
lead up.
when you were in Mayor Ornath's, you were looking in the mayor's house.
Mhm.
I don't know how you would know this, but was there more stuff there than there should have been?
Well, the stuff that I know that would be there is what we brought in.
Right. I'm almost wondering if this is a reverse steal situation.
Like it's like he's extorting money out.
Yes, I am still super suspicious of Mayor Ornath and the way that he was like super sketch about the magic in the room, even though I don't know how.
I mean, it all.
I would know that.
No, I mean, I would have. I don't know if I would have relayed. I would have relayed some of it, but I even still, I would have been like, hey, kind of, it checks, but like not much. I don't know.
Because it almost seems, I'm almost wondering if it's like they're stealing from people at the carnival and like taking it into town, since nobody in town seems to be missing anything.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. We have yet to find someone that has any.
I guess we've also only talked to like 4 people.
We've talked to named NPCs at this point, and they have given us.
It's also possible that I didn't tell you who was stolen from because they weren't named NPCs.
Yeah,
and I
so
didn't
like
want to come up with names, so I gave
so
them an
like
excuse.
no, that sounds like a Brian thing anyway. So
never underestimate how lazy I can be.
I don't.
All right, so generic _man_1 dot character.
Yeah.
It's missing stuff.
Yeah. So that's why I'm trying to go to this unnamed part of town to maybe even talk to some of the people that are out there to find unnamed _man or unnamed _woman 1 to solve this riddle that we have. So that's kind of what I'm gonna be doing. I'm checking the areas, but also like if there's people nearby, I'm not gonna be the traditional Morty of going, hey you! Like I'm not gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm definitely gonna start talking to the people around, being like, hey, have you heard of anything? And kind of like almost leave it open ended enough where they kind of fill in the blanks almost. If that makes sense.
Kind of be a little bit more specific.
Like hey, like I'm gonna lead him into a conversation. Hey, we just coming around town, just wanted to say hi. Want to see if you went to the carnival. If there's anything that anything that's going on. Just want to do our neighborly duties, making sure everyone's doing well. If there's anything going on, let us know so we can help out.
Sure. Make an investigation check with charisma instead of intelligence.
Charisma. 13.
Yeah, you find 2 or 3 people that are like, oh yeah, the circus is in town. It's great. I love it. And you find one person who's like, circuses are shady. I don't like them. Traveling people, and they're never in one place long enough to deal with the consequences of their actions. And
I'll beat you to it. Hey, hey Francisco, what's going on?
what do you mean?
What you seem a little upset about something. You can tell me what's going on?
When the circus came to town, some of my gem went missing, and I don't know. Maybe I misplaced it, or maybe it was.
Maybe it's Maybelline. So your gems went missing?
No, I only have the one. I'm not very wealthy.
Hey, don't let your dreams be dreams. No, so okay, well, what does your gem look like? What is it?
It was sapphire. Pretty
How
good
big was
size one. It was 3 ounces.
Does it have any other qualities that would deter? Like, is it shaped in anything that I could easily say, oh, this is yours. This is Francisco's.
I mean, it's shaped like a sapphire. It's like a piece of rock, but like shiny and pretty and whatnot.
He's being genuine. That's the worst part. All right, well, 3 ounces, and like I'm gonna see if I can draw something in my book. Does it look like this? And I'm gonna draw a very generic sapphire. That looks
yeah, just like that. That looks exactly like it.
When did it go missing?
3 days ago.
Where were you when it went missing?
I was at Macy's and went missing from my house.
Where do you, It's cool if you don't want to let me know. Where'd you keep it? Maybe I can find something out inside of your house. Maybe there's something they left behind.
I mean, I keep it in a box.
No, sure. I hear you. But maybe they left like some traces behind. If somebody
Maybe.
were, and can I check it out? I can do some woo, and like I really lay into the whole woo. I would do magic.
Sure, yeah. This is I mean, I guess, yeah. I keep it in a box under my bed.
I'm gonna cast detect magic,
On him,
and I'm gonna do
or-
no, just detect magic so I can see if there's anything like left around.
Oh,
And then I'm gonna really lay into the 10 minutes of woo, really laying into it. So he's like, oh yeah.
You're like performing a seance.
yeah,
Pretty
yeah.
Inside a
much.
shell.
But I'm like, it's totally overdone. Like,
Yeah, you spend 10 minutes performing detect magic, and you
really laying into him.
Yeah,
though, like,
for sure. Make a performance check.
yes, we're doing it. 19. Woo!
It's like, oh yeah, I bet you can find out who did it for sure. You seem really with it in magic.
I hope so. I hope I've got enough.
And much to your maybe surprise,
There's nothing.
as
there.
as you're standing in the middle of this graveyard, when you finish casting detect magic, in front of all of the stones where you would expect a body to be buried, there is abjuration magic.
Wait a minute. Hold on. There's abjuration magic where there's a body supposed to be?
Like over where the bodies would be buried. Yeah.
The hell? Like all of them?
Yep.
I don't know how I feel about all of this. Let's address that issue in a second. What about this guy's place? Because, like...
Sure. Yeah, there's no magic in this place.
And I think I'm gonna be like, that's so weird. And, like, keep on saying that's weird. Like, you
Keep,
know,
like,
like...
looking out the window.
At the window, like... And I'm be like, it looks like they didn't leave any magical things behind. Maybe, and like, does it look like there's forced entry into the box that it has? Or please don't say it doesn't have a lock.
It does not have a lock, no.
Of course it doesn't.
It's not
gonna
like
say-
it's not even like a nice box. It's like
It's just a crappy
a
box.
small wooden like knick-knack box
that just has
he
other
keeps
stuff
his
in it.
valuables in. Yeah.
Is there everything else is there, or is everything gone?
Yeah, it looks like everything else is there.
It's forced entry in the sense that
I mean, the box is open currently.
Yeah,
Like,
Doop.
yeah, like the lid was not on the box, but like
I'm gonna pull out one of my guiding bolt spells,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna think to
Wait, you have them
myself,
too? I thought I had
doesn't?
them all.
who doesn't have them?
Oh, okay.
those
I'm
are a
gonna-
dime a dozen at this point.
I'm
Sure.
honestly, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cast a spell,
Mhm.
but my goal is to get out of his house and act like I'm going somewhere else.
Mhm.
And I'm thinking about where the graveyard is.
Okay. You are
So
not
it
you are
gets
not
me
trying to
out.
find the sapphire at this moment.
No,
You're
no, I
trying to find
am,
the
but
window.
I'm feeling it's way beyond 100 feet away.
Oh, okay. So you cast a
Just
spell.
knowing, yeah, and I'll say like I don't know how the purview of the spell is gonna work, so I guess I'll think about, if the person's within 100 feet, I want him to guide him to me.
Mhm.
But
Sure.
My expectation is just gonna go out
You
and
think
just,
about
like,
this. You think about the sapphire, and you cast the guiding bolt spell,
yeah,
and this like small ethereal purple arrow appears,
yeah,
and like kind of like moves over through the house to the kitchen, on a shelf,
Okay.
and just like points at the shelf.
I'm gonna go to the shelf, and I guess I'm assuming it's taller than me,
Mhm.
so I'm gonna do jumps at 7 feet at a time up
Mhm.
in the air, and looking to see if I can see what it's pointing at.
Yeah, there's a sapphire on that shelf.
I'm gonna as soon as I'm gonna jump up and be like, hey, and like it's like almost like, hold on, I'm gonna do this better, officer.
Can you grab hold
Hey!
of the guiding bolt
Hey!
and have it pull you up?
Hey, It's up here.
He like enters. He comes in the kitchen. He's like, those fiendish thieves stole my sapphire.
They did.
And moved it to the kitchen.
How dare
just
they?
to confuse me.
Yeah.
So they'd know where it was next time when they came to steal it.
You know what? That's right. And I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm happy we figured it out. Quick side note, maybe to throw them off, lock the box or find a different compartment for it. I know it's throwing things off here, but if you throw them off, hear me out.
That's smart. Kind of counter thieving.
Counter thieving.
Yeah. Keeping the thieves away.
Keeping them at bay.
By moving my own stuff around.
By tricking,
so they
by
don't
tricking
know where
them.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The old razzle dazzle.
That's smart. Smart
hey,
guy,
you know
Morty.
what? We got to it together.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm gonna go for a high five.
He like reaches down to give you a high five.
Awesome. And I give him a good, not breaking his arm, a high five.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna walk out and be like, another day. And then I'm gonna right at the cemetery.
Yep. Still adjuration magic. I assume you haven't dropped that yet.
No.
Is there anything else you want to investigate before you give up the ghost on this? Or?
I mean, I want to investigate that, but I figured you'd go to somebody else first,
right.
not dealing with me.
What do you guys want to do? You're headed back. I don't know. You're all together except for Morty.
So we see Dimitri get absolutely slammed by this door.
Mm-hmm.
So like I've dropped my portion of the pipes, but with Enix and Cooper there, like I flinch as if I'm like, oh shoot, they're gonna fall, and then realize that they're not falling, and I actually contributed nothing to the carrying of this pipes. So I run up to Dimitri. I'm like, Dimitri, are you okay?
Oh. What did Baron? What? Oh, hi guys. More tubes?
More tubes. These have thingies at the end.
Awesome. Are they like steel tubes?
They are steel tubes.
They are steel tubes.
Well,
so those were the
I guess iron tubes.
Okay.
Iron alloy tubes. Yeah.
Just for your recollection, Brian, I have 7 5-foot tubes. One of each of iron, steel, bronze, brass, corundum, gold, and copper.
That's right. These are all iron tubes.
So these are 3 more iron tubes with stoppers at the end.
Because the other tubes did not have stoppers, correct?
Correct. They did not. Stoppers at one end.
Yeah. Otherwise, they'd be capsules.
They'd be capsules. Yes. So I guess I do need to go talk to Siegfried at some point, guys. But thank you very much. I'm going to take these up to my room area storage where my other pipes are, and I'm going to start working on these a little bit because I'm bored.
Okay.
I mean, I want to start trying to saw them down to a smaller size.
Sure.
If I have the tools to do that. I think I do. I do. Yeah.
Definitely like the corundum one and maybe the iron ones. The steel, maybe not.
Yeah.
But sure.
Yeah.
Bronze for sure.
Yeah.
I want to work on one
You
of the
said there was a
iron
gold
ones.
one too? That's like super soft.
Yeah. I want to work on like one of the iron ones, like chopping it. At least it's length for like in half. So it's not 5 foot. It's like 2.5 foot. And then, but I'll start like writing a letter to Siegfried as well for like the next iteration after I get one of these.
Okay.
Cut down while everybody else is working, running around town and things of that nature.
Cooper, what are you doing?
Hey, do you know mending?
Do I know mending?
Yeah.
I'm a ranger. I don't have mending.
I just thought I'd ask. I don't know how to do it, but Siegfried, I was trying to help him and I didn't. So I'm just trying to get him, get it back working, right some wrongs, that kind of deal.
But no, I do not have mending. I'm sorry.
That's cool. I'll find somebody who does, and I'm just gonna go be like, I'll meet up with you guys later, but I'm gonna go find somebody who knows that spell. And I'm gonna go around town and ask people if they can help me out.
Make an advantaged investigation check using charisma as your ability.
Ooh. Sheesh.
I mean, also presumably somebody in town made these bellows, right?
Oh, magic.
Or Siegfried could have had them imported from a long time ago. It could have been a family heirloom. Oh no.
Oh, Cooper, don't use that roll.
Yeah, that's bad.
How do you see Cooper's? Oh, is it in the game log there?
in
In the D&D Beyond.
D&D Beyond.
That's correct. It's an 11.
Yeah, it takes about 3 hours of like just accosting people in the street,
Sure.
and several times you walk up to people and they like their eyes go wide and they start to like grin sheepishly, and then you're like, "Do you know mending?" And they're like, "Oh God, no, I don't."
I'd be a little nicer than that. I'd be like, "Hi, I'm new in town. My name's Cooper, and I was just wondering if
Not with an
the
11, you
mending
didn't.
spell."
It's a learning process with an 11. It takes like an hour and a half before somebody's like, "Yeah, I know the spell mending, sure."
Awesome. Are you willing to do it for the blacksmith in town?
Yeah.
Cool. Let's go. What's your name?
Roy.
Gull.
Gull?
Gull.
That's a cool name. My name's Cooper.
Hi, Cooper.
Cool. Follow me and tell me everything about yourself.
Make a persuasion check.
Ooh. It's a 6.
He says, I mean, I don't know about. Are you trying to like steal my identity?
Oh no,
What?
not at all.
I'm happy
very
to
confident
help.
in my own identity.
Yeah, I'm happy to help. But I'll just. I know where the blacksmith is. I'll let him know that you sent me to fix the bellows.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you ever want to be friends, I'm staying at the tavern with the sandwiches.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll keep you posted.
Cool.
I'll let you know if I have an opening in my kind of social calendar. I know
Awesome.
we can do friend things, maybe.
Cool.
I'm really busy though.
I get it.
All right.
And he goes in for like a bro hug, like the clap the hands together, pull one in.
He painfully acquiesces to your bro hug, but does not like reciprocate the hug. He just stands there awkwardly while you wrap yourself around him.
It was super nice to meet you, and please tell the blacksmith that Cooper sent you, and that I'm sorry, and I look forward to more blacksmithing lessons.
Sure, yeah, definitely is something I can do for you. Yep.
Sick. See ya.
Make an investigation check, Cooper.
Okay. Giving Cooper a lot of
A lot of checks he's bad at.
11.
Yeah. Yeah. You do see, like, there's a lot of, like, merchants coming in and out, and, there being an extra, like, 800 people in town, you'd expect there to be more of, like, people traveling in. It looks like there are merchants that have just kind of, like, started following the circus around, basically.
Smart.
In order to, like, benefit from larger, like, clusters of populations. Yeah.
Savvy business.
Spit and Enix.
Alright, wait. Are any of them interesting? Something we haven't seen before.
Merchants. I mean, they're all. They've all. Is there anything you haven't seen before on the merchants? You mean?
2-foot long corn dog.
There's one merchant with edible oddities is the name of his cart, and he does have a 2-foot long corn dog, though you're not sure what it's made of.
I didn't think it could ever be done.
This is a magical world.
I'm gonna get one for everyone.
Okay. You have a bouquet of 2-foot corn dogs.
Take them back to
Talking about
the
them-
table to share.
Mhm.
And I
They're
got
gonna
one
be
for,
almost as tall as us.
Yeah.
I got one
Yeah,
for
sure will.
Veruca too.
Okay.
I'm not leaving her out.
All right. Spit and Enix, what are you doing?
I've spent the entire time wishing I was with everybody else.
Aw.
Well, again, we
Tied
can
your
like,
wagon to the wrong
can't we
horse.
like see each other?
Yeah,
from
more or
where we're
less.
standing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Cooper like went outside of town itself because the merchants are kind of like set up outside the town walls because there's
I
not
had to
enough
look for a
room.
long time.
And he's gone for like an hour and a half. There's not enough. There's just not enough room in the town of Winds Hollow for the merchants that have come to Winds Hollow. So, in order to like deal with the traveling merchants, he had to step out. But
Did we see from where we are? Did we see Morty like backing slowly out of the house, going like, woo? And
I mean,
making
I don't
his
know
way
who
towards the
didn't see it.
cemetery?
I guess maybe a better question of who didn't see
I imagine like you noticed it and probably like
Oh, it's
You're like,
typical Morty.
I don't-
Like,
it might have been like a I don't want to get involved in that mess
Well,
situation. but
I do. That's
All
the
right.
thing. Because I see him going like, woo,
Sure.
and then like booking it for a cemetery.
like almost like
Yeah.
closing the door, like woo, and like hoping a mage hand appears and slams the door shut.
Yeah, you see him wooging his way out of
Yeah, right.
out of a house and moving toward a cemetery.
yeah, I go catch up with Morty.
Oh,
like,
hey, Annex.
Sup? What was that?
Spit, are
He
you going
smells,
with him?
and I literally pull out another guiding bolt spell. Really useful, let me tell ya. And then I like, recount the fact that this guy just feels like he's a conspiracy theorist, honestly, and that's how the way I'm gonna say as he is. His name's Francisco. He lost his sapphire. He actually misplaced it on the shelf, and I jumped and found it. You know, it's crazy what you can do with strong forearms, and I don't know. I only got gauntlets, and apparently can jump 7 feet in the air. I don't know.
You're just like pushing off the ground.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's.
Go!
Yeah.
And then yeah. By the way, this how's the day going?
I don't know. I
Dimitri
haven't
took a big hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it. Is that what that slam was?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, there's weird magic on the graves. Crazy.
Oh.
What?
Which
I mean,
one?
I saw.
It's like
I s-
protective magic. I'm assuming it's
It's abjuration.
Is it
which
so?
is protective in nature, or it
It's
could be-
warding. Yeah.
In which way? Is it protecting us from the bodies or the bodies from
Yeah.
us?
There's no way to. It doesn't like tell you the direction.
Does it look like it's, or is it just like a thing on top?
You just see an aura. Like you just see the aura.
Across.
You don't necessarily like.
it's like
there's not a shape
individualized.
to it.
I
You can
can't
just,
see
like,
that
detect it
just
there.
being near Morty, can I?
No.
No.
I'm just seeing nothing.
Yeah. You see graves.
So it's
That's
just generalized over the entire area.
It's individual. It's over each individual grave.
Do I need to be clerical
So-
to be able to cast this?
Be able to cast what?
Cast something of this scale? Like, my initial inclination is to believe that this is like somebody does not like undead, and this is more of a protection of the city against potential undead, or somebody raising an undead people.
Make an insight check.
It's kind of like the Simpsons, where it's like, or not Simpsons, it's Family Guy, where they cement all the coffins so undead can't come out. Was that obscure enough of a reference? 16.
I was gonna say I don't think.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
God.
get the idea that's
Human is
exactly
still
what is
watching.
going on.
It's literally just like someone's really paranoid about. Yeah, that's what I figured.
I get away with my Star Trek references every week that no one knows what I'm talking about. So
There you go.
Do I
can
know
go for
who would
Simpsons
be able to
references.
do this?
Maybe Craig the Wizard. I don't know. It's not like a new. It looks like a permanent kind of effect.
Would his wife, not Craig's wife, but would
Ornat's wife.
Ornat's wife be
Maybe you're not
My
sure.
wife.
You don't. It's a strong aura, but you don't really know like how powerful a wizard would have to be to like put these these undead words into the graveyard.
So okay, just to back up for a second, which was actually the reason that I wanted to come over to with Morty. Did this guy with the sapphire? Is he just nuts, or is there actually something going on there?
Is that
did
a
he
question to me?
well, to anyone, I guess. Well,
To whoever knows things.
Morty, did it seem like he just legitimately misplaced it, or did someone try and bamboozle him, or what's going on here?
I'm not even gonna do an insight check here. I'm just gonna say that he's just
Okay.
one of those guys that like
It seems like he
don't
lost
want
his gemstone and assumed someone stole it, and then reported
Yeah.
it to the mayor.
like I
That's what
honestly
it
think
seems
this is
like.
like the same guy that probably has like, a foil hat kind of situation where he like, but not in a mean way, but he's just like he's stuck in a way, and he's like, it must have been them. And that's kind of how I'm playing it off for him because
Okay.
I know in the future when I come back, when Brian asks for who are you gonna go investigate, sure as shit I'm gonna ask for Francisco, and he's gonna go who, and I'm gonna
Yeah,
go the guy with
It's
the tinfoil
100%
hat.
what's gonna happen.
That's what's gonna happen, and I'm describing who he is now. So he's the guy that we're gonna listen to because he's the one yelling that God's a golf club in the middle of Times Square. Same dude.
Wow.
So
Okay.
you're telling me that he just misplaced his sapphire? And we've
No,
been
I think that
around for
someone
a week for nothing?
Glamour I think was actually the one behind this.
Mm,
It was a good trick because honestly, that's a funny one. And then I go, we're too close to his house. I don't want to talk about it right here. And then,
okay, yeah. So
yeah.
we exit the cemetery? Is that what's happening?
Presumably, you could go to the other side of the cemetery, closer to
Yeah.
Ornath's estate. I don't know.
Let's
Either
go.
way.
Let's do that.
I want to.
At least I would like to do that.
Do
Sorry.
you want to like touch one of the graves where the magic is?
I'm gonna touch the grave where the magic is.
Oh,
I'm gonna mage hand.
well, I was just gonna straight up touch it. Just yeah, exactly.
Let's just both. We're just gonna go up and be like,
Dude, we're making our own guiding bolts.
well, no, actually, I'm gonna take something out of my pack and leave something there.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna do that in the form of like one hand giving something and then at the same time doing the dude.
Okay. While you guys are poking graves, you see 3 or 4 people walking down the road that just look kind of confused. Two of them look to be like from the circus. Henny and Hank are there with like some local townsfolk who you've seen in and around town before. And like, why? What is happening? Like to them, this appears like a real Don Quixote moment where you
I'm
guys
gonna
are like just
say-
poking graves.
I'm gonna say at that point, do we make eye contact?
They try very hard to avoid it, but
I'm going to say to Enix, strong, and then you're gonna hear my whisper say another word.
that is another
I
word.
tried.
Bad,
Bad is his word. Uh-oh.
strong, bad.
And I say heroic.
And then I look at the three of them and I say, "What do you have to say for this person?" And then I reach out for both of yours hands.
Oh, I grab.
I
And then
still have a bewildered look, but I'm just following
And then I
along
look
now.
at them. Do you have nothing to say to the departed? For the departed?
Hank and Hen say no and just keep walking.
Damn it!
No, we don't. I don't know them. We don't go here.
What is the last guy? Is the last guy do anything?
The two that are like from town.
Yeah.
They kind of like
They don't know if they should
they,
cross
like,
me or not.
mutter back and forth to each other, and then like casually rush away in a way that looks like they don't want to be here, but they also don't want to offend you with the fact that they don't want to be here.
And then I'll say, and may their soul forever rest in peace. And then look back at the two that are still there and say, thank you for your contributions.
And they just kind of like shrug and keep going.
Damn,
Ugh.
they're stone walls.
Had they even broken their stride? They just kept on walking the entire time. I was like,
They like slowed
What's
down
going on?
to like gawk moment, to rubberneck a little bit, and then just
Yeah.
like when attention was drawn to them, they picked up the pace and
Good,
left.
perfect. And now I'm gonna go back to poking the grave.
Okay, nothing happens. Your finger gets dirty. I don't know.
What's up?
Is there anything else you wanted to investigate, or or are we just leaning into night 2 of the carnival? What's going on?
I mean, I asked Marnie, I'm like, I know identify. Do you want me to, like, we're pretty confident that it's a warding spell here. Did you want me to, like, learn anything about it?
I don't know what identify does. What does identify do?
It tells me what spell's going on. If you're saying
Yeah.
there's magic.
That'd be
Alright.
nice.
When you were in Mayor Ornath's place, you said that he said not to cast magic. I definitely poked it with a mage hand right now, so it's probably safe. So,
Clarification. Mayor Ornath's place is set up to ward against certain things happening in Mayor Ornath's place,
Oh.
to my understanding. And I've casted a spell and nothing has happened.
Okay.
But
So,
and then I'll be like, but I also didn't cast it right here, right, like in the graveyard. I was near the graveyard, so I don't know. Maybe cast it far enough away from his home, because how far away is his home?
His estate, like,
It's still
the
like a little bit
fence-
away.
The fence of his estate separates his estate from the cemetery.
Okay, so like don't be near his fence.
Okay. So I go ahead and cast Identify and poke the grave.
Yeah, these are 100% wards that are placed over
Like-
each grave to make sure the
Protection.
things inside remain there. It
That's-
does strike you as like odd that this is a thing. Like you've
Yeah.
not
Does it,
heard
though?
of this as a regular practice. So it seems maybe peculiar that like this town's graveyard has this warding up.
Yeah.
But who knows? Like there's a lot of like mysterious things about this town, presumably, and the region that like you aren't privy to necessarily.
Yeah.
Hmm. Well, we haven't been to any other towns, so maybe who knows? I'll be like, that's
Maybe it's just to keep Rusalka away.
that's
Maybe
dumb.
this is how you keep your body from being parchment for Rusalka.
Who doesn't want their body being parched?
Ah,
Rusalka?
that's true, actually. Yeah.
She wouldn't want old bodies. She's fresh bodies and just floats them down the river. Or doesn't. Anyway, I'd be like, that's interesting. So, what else were you guys up to?
We gave some tubes to Dimitri. He's working on them right now. You want to come see?
Well, I wanted to do one more quick scan of the area, but that'll be good for me. Like I wanted to check on the other side of this, towards closer to Mayor Ornath's place, so maybe the route that those people took that jumped the wall. Maybe you guys can help me out because I'm really not good at this tracking. I know Spit, you're quite the savant at that kind of thing,
Yeah.
and I look up to you for that.
Yeah, let's go do it.
NX.
So,
You as well. I look up to you as well, because you're physically taller than me.
You don't have a choice.
I feel like I
have
want
a
to start
choice.
carrying you two on my shoulders. Like I'm not strong
Yes,
enough
please!
for that.
Yes, I.
Well, I'll at least start carrying Spit like a
baby
like
harness.
a toddler, where like your legs are over my shoulders, and you're just like ah.
I
was hoping-
am. It's true, and I like pet the toad.
I was
Oh
hoping
yeah,
it was
watch out for the toad. Your leg is like right next to the toad.
Was it
Did the
Caesar
toad
the
have a
Baker?
name?
For
Had we named the toad?
I thought we did. It would have been in my notes, but
It's Fred the Toad.
Oh.
Is it really?
No, it just says toad.
Yes, Fred the Toad.
Fred the Toad says ribbit as
Oh,
your
I
leg.
was really hoping for a coherent sentence there for
No,
a second.
it does sound like a guy saying the word ribbit though. It is like
ribbits.
unsettled. It's like it doesn't even sound like a guy saying ribbit like with enthusiasm. This toad croaks like fucking ribbit, I guess. Like
Is this like in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, where the baby is actually like 55 years old, smoking a cigar,
maybe. Oh.
except a toad?
But other than his strange vocal proclivities, you don't see any differences between him and a normal toad.
When Morty was ritually casting detect magic, did the toad ping magic?
He
Yes,
wasn't
please.
when Enix was around?
Doesn't matter. He comes into the area.
Sure. Yeah, I guess he pings the enchantment magic.
I like. Hold on. What is? Hold on. Thaumaturgy.
Because this is the first time the toad has made any sounds, and so it's just sort of like, what?
I like the idea that it casts a transmutate. It casts transmutation, so it's just like whenever it ribbits, it just ribbits a little bit louder than its normal ribbit.
So if I use Speak with Animals to speak with the toad, am I going to hear what a toad should actually sound like, not a guy saying ribbit?
It's Brian saying
Because it
ribbit.
seems like we're in background or Bizarro world here.
I think if you, I don't know. The only
I
way
use-
you could know that is by casting Speak with Animals.
Yes, I do so.
It sounds like a frog when you talk to it in your head, but he says like ribbit a lot. Like it doesn't look like he's like capable of language, but it looks like he's been enchanted so that every time he croaks, it makes the sound of a guy saying ribbit.
Enchantment is a god.
Jesus.
Oh,
Like, it's just like a souvenir novelty from this carnival that like.
Look, I'm telling you, we could make so much money in this town by just collecting all the novelty spells and pears and toads. It all does nonsense.
Yeah.
And it's
Make like a
fantastic.
It's
Ripley's
because I
Believe
want
It
to
or
give you
Not.
magical things, but I don't want to give you the benefits of having magical things because that
It's
gets
true.
out of hand very quickly. So yeah, it's just a frog that says ribbit.
Ribbit.
All right, well, hey Spit, watch out for Ribbit the Toad, because that's his name now.
Ribbit the toad.
Ribbit the
Alright.
toad.
I like it.
I asked him what his name was, and he said Ribbit.
That's true. I suppose that is what he would have said.
Cannon.
No problem. And I
All right.
like pet the toad.
Anything else you guys want to do before we get to?
Well,
night
we're
two of
helping.
the
We're
carnival?
helping.
Oh
Morty.
yeah. You want to do
the
investigate
thing.
one more thing. So you're trying to check inside the fence or outside the fence?
Yes.
All right.
Oh.
Make an investigation check.
Are we
someone.
helping?
You are helping. You might just
Okay.
be doing it because you're probably better than him at it.
Yeah.
Being-
Probably yes. I've got a plus-
Investigation, as in the
No.
thing that requires intelligence.
Well, 6 of 1.
All right. If I were to use my spyglass, does
I'll
that help me?
use guidance on you.
Your spyglass? That helps for perception. If you had a magnifying glass, I would give it to you. A spyglass gets you way too up close to what you're trying
Oh.
to scan.
No, use
That's
the
a-
spyglass, but back up.
Upward?
That is right. That's a dirty 20 with the guidance.
Sure. You detect no tracks at all,
Okay.
which if Morty is right and a 6 foot some odd person leapt over the fence, it seems peculiar that there would be no like indentation of where he landed or any track. It seems odd, but other than that, you detect no tracks.
Would this be? Well, yeah. I tell Morty I don't see anything.
What about the other side of the wall?
On the inside, or the, like,
I
assume that was for both. Like,
Okay, so
the check
outside
is for both sides.
not the gate. You said the actual gate. So the outside, there's nothing there though.
There's nothing where either of these people would have landed. No.
That is super weird. And this wall is pretty tall. I feel like that would have required people to have actually worked in Featherfall and stuff.
Or Pass Without Trace.
Or Misty Step.
Or Wish.
Yeah, that one.
Yes, they're gonna waste a wish spell on Pass Without Trace.
But yeah.
I never said it was a good option.
Yeah. So yeah, that's super weird. But I guess if we don't have anything to go off of. Is there any indication that things may have been dropped in this area?
Not really.
Yeah, I don't
Wait,
think we have
not really or no?
Oh.
No, like dropped as in like something one of the prowlers left it behind. You mean?
No, something could have been
Yeah, like
fallen off. They
fallen off,
accidentally
like
No, there's
or
not.
like in their jump, they like weren't able to hold everything they were holding. And stuff.
Yeah, there's no evidence that what Morty says he saw ever happened. Like, there's no evidence that anything happened.
Ah, the good old trying to turn them against me, Brian. Never gonna happen.
I mean, Cooper saw it too, but
Yeah, Cooper saw it too.
So yeah, I don't see anything here. We probably should go back. Cooper's been gone for a while, so have we. So
I kind of want to check out all the merchants too. What time of day is it? Is it still like before
it's
the
getting
carnival?
toward evening. Like,
Yeah.
it's coming up on like 6 or 7. You
When is
spent
the
a few
carnival?
hours like mulling around town after lunch.
And the carnival's got
Yeah.
one more day after this?
No,
It's a whole week.
It's in town for
Oh,
a
it's
week.
the whole week. Okay, so I can check it out tomorrow.
Okay.
Gonna check out if there's any cool magical items. If there's literally 5 times the
yeah,
amount
I
of
was
people that should be here.
gonna say, like, I know Dimitri's been waiting for a gift too at some point. So
So otherwise, I'll head back and with the group and
yeah.
cautiously look at the cemetery.
Begrudgingly. Yeah, you guys meet up at the sandwich shop at Jeffrey's. Dazzling, juicy meat sensation, or
Oh, I
whatever.
thought we were meeting at the tavern.
The juicy
not-
sandwich
We
experience.
can just go next door and be like, "Hey." I guess if you're at the
Well,
tavern,
I don't
want to
bring my 2-foot-long corn dogs into Jeffrey's sandwich shop. That seems
Oh, that's a good
rude.
point.
Okay. You meet in
And
the
also
bar
one of
out
these is
back
for
of
Veruca.
Jeffrey's sandwich experience. You go to like the kitchen door of Jeffrey's wild sandwich excursion, and you see Veruca, and she looks surprised to see you with 5, 6 2-foot corn dogs. She's like,
Maybe 7.
7 2-foot corn dogs. And she's like, why?
Oh.
Oh,
I thought
Wow.
I didn't think it could be done, and I thought that you would want one because they're amazing.
that's very. And she kind of like softens a bit, and she says, that was very sweet of you, Cooper."
Thanks. You're welcome.
And then everybody else shows up, and I assume you hand out your 2-foot-long corn dogs.
Yes.
Okay.
This carnival is amazing.
Yeah.
Look at the creations, the innovation.
Like holding it, and
I've
it's
never seen
like
anything
above my
like
head.
She likes Veruca starts to eat and she's like, "Oh, it's just pork and like cornmeal.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be really easy."
Do you think you can do this?
Can you make
Yeah.
a bigger one?
Can I? Yes. Should I?
Wait,
Yes.
But what if you were to make one but without the stick in it, and it could be served as like a family meal kind of thing? You could even fancy it up, maybe.
you got all those spices downstairs.
Yeah, for sure. I'll take a look at the spices and come up with real family style dining for all of the no children that live in town.
Oh yeah.
And then we'll try to find a solution to that problem, I guess.
Aren't you just talking
Bring
about
children.
barbecue ribs at this point?
It's true.
Well,
Barbecue ribs and some pork.
there's one thing I request you don't use, and it's got to do with those grapes or whatever the hell that was the pears. Don't use that spice.
Don't use the undead pears?
Yeah.
Okay.
As any kind of spicing.
Alright.
It could end up weird. Like it'll be specks of it. It's just like missing pieces of meat.
We should take one of the undead pears to the cemetery and see what the warding does to it.
Jesus.
Just like
Not
toss a
happening.
pear
It's
on
going
top
off
of one of
the
the
rails.
graves.
I actually like that idea. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know what you guys are talking about, but I'm in.
I hide all the pears in
Like-
my room so they don't know about them.
Like, can I take a pull of the undead pear wine and just get like completely hammered and then stumble into the cemetery and see what happens?
You might just die.
Yeah, it sounds like a horrible idea. Yeah.
I'm up for it. I've got revenge.
Enix, you
Dragon
can
Oh, yeah,
do
let's do
whatever
it.
you want.
Let's go.
I can bring your ass back. That ain't no problem. I'll just drag you out.
Can I purify food and water on myself? Just like get completely just drunk, just thunk, and then I'm fine again.
That would be like a remove poison spell or a lesser
Eh.
restoration rather than like a purifier.
Eh,
I got that. Don't you worry.
Hey Morty, want to go do dumb things at a cemetery?
We just
And
came
it's-
back from there.
Did we just become best friends?
The one where the gang goes and defaces a cemetery with undead pears. All right.
Right.
Yeah, you guys get pears. and-
Right.
Yeah.
And we
Take a quick break.
Yeah. We can take 5. We'll be back in at 9:20.
Morty,
with
I'm
more in
so
the red.
excited about this.
Me too.
See you at 5. And we're back with more in the red. Jeez.
Fuck you.
Aww.
Hey, we're back.
I told you.
I didn't actually see that. I wanted to come back to Morty talking about thick water, but that's even
I
better.
mean, I can continue talking about thick
No,
water. That's not a problem.
It's not. It's gross.
Nobody watches me eat for free.
Yikes.
I can go back to talking thick water. Are you sure?
Anyway,
Gross.
you guys are headed to the cemetery
Dumb stuff.
with undead pear wine.
I'll
He
give him an
is.
undead pear.
Wait. What is the actual thing that wasn't the wine? The wine is the stuff that caused the problem.
That's what we experienced, yes.
I mean, you didn't try to eat a pear, so who knows?
Yeah. Well, we're not trying to do a battlefield resuscitate right now.
I'll give them one pear so they can play with it.
Okay. You go with some undead pear wine and an undead pear.
I'm hype beasting you up, by the way, right now. I'm like, yeah, let's do this.
What
I'm
is
doing
the
this-
plan?
I'm doing this totally college.
There's
like
no
I've gotta-
the plan.
What is the Wind's Hollow equivalent of a red Solo cup?
Oh my goodness.
Probably.
Whatever's
a
currently in your
pizza
hand,
hut
apparently.
that
Because I
everyone
know
brings with them.
Actually, no. You tell me. You tell us. What does the red solo cup of Wind's Hollow look like?
It's a Peter mug.
is it a mug? Can it at least be a mug that says like Jeffrey, a juicy sandwich experience? Like, do we have customized, or do you have customized mugs?
The merchandise? We don't
Do
have
I
merchandising
know.
yet.
No. Like, does the store have merch? Is what I'm
No.
getting at.
That's up to you
Hell.
guys. Like, do you want?
We haven't
merch?
merchandised yet.
You haven't
Alright.
directed anything but make more money from food.
All
so
right,
if you want to
fine.
start
So-
selling custom mugs, you'll have to A, come up with a way to mass produce custom mugs,
Right.
and B, do it.
Brian, you're overthinking this. All right, come on.
Am I?
So I'm wait, okay. What?
you know how much
what,
merch costs? And it's,
Yeah, I
merch is
do.
not cheap.
I do actually. What container is this wine in? Whatever, it doesn't matter. So I'm walking down the street towards taking this really spirally path towards the cemetery because I gotta wait for a few minutes for it to get into me. You know,
So
actually,
you've gone ahead and drank in some of this undead pear wine.
yeah, why not?
Yeah, make
So-
a
'cause
con save.
I want to be.
Can
Wait,
we
I want to.
choose to fail?
Yeah, I'm fine-
Constitution is not a save. You can opt to
Sorry.
fail.
trying to remember which one's my worst die. I think it's this one.
Ah,
Oh yeah, that's terrible. 10.
Yeah, you fail. And you are now 4 people and a skeleton
Cool.
walking down the middle of the road in Wind's Hollow, drawing lots of attention to yourself because there's a damn skeleton walking around.
Oh yeah, Cooper, you did. You didn't know this. Wait, okay, Cooper, have
Cooper,
you
I'm gonna
have
need you to chill. Hey,
out of character here? Did you legitimately not know what I was going on about with these undead pears for the last month?
She,
No.
Okay, all
She
right.
intentionally did not watch any of the past episodes.
Okay. So I see that you are.
woo!
I see the look that you're giving me, and I can't do a fake drunken slur, but in a half drunken slur, I'm explaining to you how, well, a couple months, a few weeks, months, days, we found
Literally 3 days ago.
it was 3 days ago. So out in the woods or something, we found some skeletons, some skelly-mens, and they had a pear tree outside that was very dead. The tree was dead, very dead, but it had live fruit on it, and they made wine out of these dead pears. And Morty drank some.
At that
once,
point,
and-
you hear I guess 20-something-year-old man scream and say, "The wards! They didn't hold! One got out!"
And I'm gonna say, as he's saying
No,
that, they make a dry wine, a bone-drying wine.
And I just casually look over to whoever yelled at me as best as I can.
Oh, he's
I've been-
gone. He's screaming.
Oh, Okay,
The whole town is going to be notified very soon.
It's fine.
Bruce!
Hello, everybody.
Bruce!
I'm just like waving. Yeah. So it. The undead pear wine. When you drink it, you look like a skeleton to everybody else, but I do not look like a skeleton.
You look great. What are you talking about? You lost some weight.
Yeah, I lost all of it, almost all of it.
You're
that's
attracting
probably-
a crowd, and they're drawing weapons.
How?
Oh.
Oh.
This
I'm
one,
gonna turn to them and go, you guys,
I didn't think
Hey,
this
hey,
one through all the way.
hey, everybody, this is NX. You guys know him.
He was alive. He's dead now.
He's still
But
alive.
he's what?
It's amazing.
He's still alive.
Then
Quick,
why is he
lesser
a
restoration.
skeleton?
It's a costume.
That's not a costume. I can see
You're-
through him.
It's a really good
It's a good costume. There's invisibility spells, except for his bones, which are not invisible. Trust me, I'm a doctor.
They're
Make
called
a-
Can I-
illusions.
Make
If
a
I-
persuasion check.
If I start like
I do
pull-
with like almost like because I'm leveraging the fact I'm using magic. Can I get advantage with that?
Yeah.
Nice.
if I put like, since we haven't really explored how this whatever is happening, if I like start pulling stuff out of my, no, that would work. Never mind.
Dude.
No, I'm just like, I'm thinking if I try and take off the cloak that no one can see right now because I just look like a skeleton. If I like take off
And then the
no, I
cloak
thought
would
all
whatever
become
it is
visible.
and drop it, does it suddenly become visible because it's
I
not
thought
touching me?
No,
anymore?
your clothes
everything's-
don't disappear.
It's just your head
Oh,
and
I
anything
thought
to show
every-
it.
Yeah.
okay.
16.
I thought everything.
Um,
I thought it was just a skeleton walking down the road.
You
now.
managed to like get them to stop momentarily.
And I'll say, if he's not alive, I will kill him myself.
And they're like, "Oh yeah, that seems like a good plan. That means we don't
Yeah,
have to get involved."
everyone
with
just go away.
skeleton."
Yeah, we'll take care of it. I'll take care of it. We'll take care of it. You guys worry about yourselves.
At this point, Ornath comes out of his estate, and he's like, "What the?"
No, Mayor
Ornath,
it's
Ornath, this is
magic.
under
It's just-
control.
it's just a
Go back in
There's
time.
a, there's a
Wave a
skeleton
hand.
walking. What?
I'm trying
Previous
to.
statement here.
Both of us are trying to talk everybody down. I'm trying to talk people down, but just like drunken slurs are coming out at this point as I stumble around. Are like bones falling out at this point?
Ornath, we got it under control. It's fine.
He like kind of
It's
like
NX.
stops for a minute. And he goes, "Yeah. No one is." The concern is not that it's NX's skeleton. The concern is that it's a skeleton. Why is there a skeleton walking through town?
This honestly will take
Look,
too long to
It
explain. Go
seemed
talk
like
to
a
Bruce.
good idea at the time. Go talk to Bruce.
Okay.
Bruce is gonna be like,
Yeah, I know. Let's get us out of the hair until we're done with this escapade.
what did NX do? Why?
Yeah, that's literally all I'm going for. Is someone go talk to Bruce? He's like, I don't know. And then by the time they get back, we're like, what are you talking about? There's a skeleton, and like, almost like how everyone was hallucinating. Like,
All right. He says, "All right, I trust you to deal with this.
thank you.
I'm gonna go, I guess, talk to Bruce about the skeleton that is walking through town. This really seems like something I should deal with."
Look, Morty, the world is spinning faster and faster. If we could get over to this
I'm like, hey,
cemetery.
can everyone just go chill out and go back home? And if you hear how about just ignore the next like 10 minutes? Just relax. Go like have a beer. I don't know. Go have a sandwich.
like
I don't
beer.
know. Like just
Oh,
go
you gotta get that
away.
2-foot-long corn dog.
Go get the
You
2 foot
gotta
long
get
corn
one.
dog. You know what?
Make a persuasion check. Cooper.
have I eaten my corn dog yet?
Can
I
have
imagine
a-
you're like going on it right now.
And you're just
Like,
are you
seeing
just
stuff
just
fall
like corn dog
through.
bits falling out of you.
I do it. There it is. 15.
You hear a couple of people like, "Oh yeah, 2-foot-long corn dog. That's way more interesting than this." Like,
It's amazing.
a couple of people are like, "Whatever he says."
It's a modern marvel of innovation.
Mhm.
But we're gonna make a bigger one at Jeffrey's Juicy Sandwich Experience.
Yeah!
You seem to have placated the crowd temporarily with your undead shenanigans. What would you like to do?
Go ahead.
Just go to the cemetery.
Sure.
And I just, with one of my, what is this, a phalanges?
Yeah.
I just poke at one of the spots that we poked at before. Like, there's still a fresh hole where you had poked at it before.
I don't think you do, because as soon as you like get above one of the grades, all of your bones just collapse. And you're just a pile of bones on top of a grave at the moment.
So am I still conscious? I just
Yeah.
bones.
Yeah, you're super still conscious. You can even talk still, but you can't move.
Oh
'cause you're
no!
just bones.
Oh no!
Hey,
And
guys.
I'm gonna, in no particular way, I'm just gonna kind of scoop them all out. And then hopefully, like,
Well,
oh no!
Hey Morty, this kind of went exactly as I expected, but I appreciate the experience. Thank you for coming with me.
He's still alive, and I'm gonna
yeah.
try to like rearrange.
As you
I guess
like scoop all the bones off of the grave, Enix gets back up, but his like foot is coming out of his arm.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna shove him back into it.
Yes.
I'm like, wait, hold on. I just mixed the dice wrong.
This is like
And
a game
pull
of
you back out
Operation
again.
now, where you just have to put
The
me back in the
headphone
right
is
order.
connected to the shoulder
That's literally what's
bone.
happening until you come out right.
As your hand is on your foot and your foot is on your hand, you look out of the graveyard and you see these dwarves. And one of the leader picks up his pant leg and like taps at his prosthetic, and he was like, "I get it, man. It's tough sometimes."
Wait. Hold on. What is he seeing? Because he can see invisibility. This is just an extended visibility spell.
Oh.
He is not seeing. He's not like using his like.
Okay, so he's not like
Spyglass.
he's not seeing the actual NX. It's just like
No.
his arm and his leg is all messed up.
I actually was wondering what this dwarf with his
His
gem
invisibility
thing
seeing
was-
eye.
yeah, I want to see I want to know what he sees right now.
He's not using it. I don't know what to tell you.
Hey Morty, am I still? I'm.
What do you look
Hello,
like?
sir. Do we know his name even?
Well,
Or did
Wow.
Dwell? Hey, Dwell. Do I look? What do I look like to
Skeleton.
you? Oh, I look like a skelly. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Can you use the thing that you? Wait. Am I not supposed to let on that was spit?
Dude, my jaw drops when he says that. Yeah.
This is What do you mean?
Nothing. It's not important. Never mind. I like your leg looks cool, man. I like it.
He kind of like gives a nod to his boys, and they all like glower away and lurch out of town.
Is that the same guy who went and fixed the...
No, it's a different.
No?
These are the dwarves that you found in the bar last episode.
Oh,
Or
okay.
that saw invisible spit last episode.
I still want to know what they see though.
wait, where were you guys going? Why'd you guys come up here?
They already left.
Oh, I was kind of like hollering at
It's
them.
like there was a commotion. We came to see if we could help, but
When are you gonna make good on the deal to have drinks later on?
when he's not a skeleton anymore,
Hey,
Okay, and
I
I'm gonna
heard...
cast Lesser Restoration on him.
Wait. No.
Wait.
Hold up. Hey, I heard tell that you have a special, like, gem eyepiece that can see stuff. What do I look? What do I look?
I
Can
don't
you
know
look
what you're talking
at-
about.
Oh, okay. Nothing. Never mind.
I mean, I have a gem surveyor
Yeah, that.
that I use to survey gems
Can
and
pretend I'm a
nothing
gem.
else.
Pretend. Can you?
Well, he's a
pretend I'm
real
gem?
diamond, if you catch my drift.
Drawing lots of attention to yourself because there's a damn skeleton one.
What is happening?
What?
Who's clipping things?
It's me. I clipped. It was me. But it's not my audio, I swear.
Can you? Would you? can you do me a favor and look at me through your gem thing? I'm really. Do I look like a skeleton still?
I don't know why you would care for me to do that, but I guess. And he like holds it up and looks through it and he says, "Still look like a skeleton." And he like glares at you.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Thanks. Thank you, sir.
Hey, this might be a weird topic to ask, but I do have a question.
Weirder than the skeleton walking through town?
I enjoy how we're dealing
adjacent.
with these dwarves by being as socially awkward as possible.
Adjacent. There was a death knight that was a dwarf, that attacked us, me, aggressively on the route back from the tower to here. And I didn't know if maybe you had more insight about just wandering dwarves. I mean, I hate to be kind of in that realm, but you are the fifth dwarf I've ever met in my life, and I just didn't know if maybe you had more insight as to dwarf death knights that just kind of wander about. Be really
No.
great. Oh, okay. Do you know any reason why that would be to show up as a dwarf? Definitely.
Maybe he was a dwarf before he died?
No. Huh. Okay.
And they just kind
Indeed.
of like
Have a good night.
leave.
How long are you gonna be in town?
They keep walking.
Hey, how long are you be in town?
They keep walking.
Maybe he didn't hear me. I'm just kidding.
Should I shamble after them? Like, how long are you gonna be in town?
I said skeleton, not zombie.
Yeah, well, I've got a foot for a hand right now.
That's true.
There's a lot of shambling happening. All right, can you make me a people again?
Is your are your parts all in the right place?
No.
Then you probably should fix that before I do it.
No,
You're just like-
because you snapped at me.
So I don't want your hand and your foot to be in different spots. Make sure you're anatomically in the right spots that you want them to be in.
Can I? Can I detach my own hand?
Yeah.
Just like, uh-oh. Okay, everything's in the right
If everything
place
looks
now.
back in place, I'm gonna
Yeah.
cast. I think Lesser Restoration,
Yeah, that's probably do it.
and then I kind of like hope that the townspeople are watching like da 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 boop, and it's just like, and it's like all of the muscles just start coming back to
The
life.
nervous system shows up first, and then
Yeah.
the muscles, and then the first layer of it's gross.
It's really gross, but then it really solidifies the fact that I am the superior
magic,
healer
yeah.
in town. Yeah.
Some people
More
are
of
like,
a
"Ooh," and some people are like, "Whoa."
And I hope
I
Francisco
smile
goes,
and
oh,
Yeah. Francisco is enthusiastic about your capabilities.
yes! Long-term ally.
Do you
I
want?
think that's about it. That was about as good as it gets.
Yeah.
I'm not going.
Okay.
My
Do the rest
curiosity
of you
has
wanna
been
go to the
satiated.
carnival now? Like, okay.
Wasn't tonight the wrestling match, or was
There
that?
are wrestling matches
Yeah.
every night. But yes, there is a wrestling match tonight.
And Anton, has he successfully gotten additional coverage to help him out, Tio?
Yeah. As a matter of fact.
So is he watching the gate tonight, or is he back at the carnival?
He is at the gate, but he has help tonight.
Okay.
So who's all going to the carnival?
Me?
Oh. I'll go to the carnival.
Everybody but
Morty. Yeah.
okay. You guys go to the carnival, and this evening's events feature once again the Carousel of Terror, as well as the Marvelous Midway of Mystery, which you have already experienced. You also, the docket calls for the Exotic Parade of Wonder, the Fabulous Flying Henrys, an intermission, then another round of the exotic Parade of Wonder, and then the featured event, the Battle Royal. As you take your seats, they announce the exotic Parade of Wonder, and out from the offstage area of the tents comes what appears to be a man with a whip, controlling a swarm of giant bees, keeping them all in check.
Bees.
Every once in a while, one tries to get away, and he says, "No, bee! Back in line!" And the bee's like, "Oh, sorry." And then they kind of parade by, and then like maybe a minute or two later, you see the same guy come out of the other side with a vicious giant slug, a 7 foot or a 5 foot slug. It's
Ew.
just crawling behind him, and he's like, "Back! Back, slug! I will not let you harm these good people. The people of Wind's Hollow shall not be harmed by the potency of the slime trail of the dread slug. No!" And then they go backstage again. And then the Flying Henrys do an act, and it's a nice acrobatics act. Very similar to last night. There's only so much you can do on a trapeze, but it's impressive. It takes about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Then there's like about a half-hour intermission. And then the second round of the exotic Parade of Wonder happens, and you see that same guy with a whip, and he says, "Behold, the dreaded razor crab!" And you see this crab that's like maybe 4 foot with like sharper than regular crab clackers. They're like blade sharp, and he like prods it with a stick, and it cuts through the stick, and he's like, "Oh no, my stick! You will not harm these good people of Wind's Hollow." And the razor crab says, "All right, whatever you say, dude." And he gets in line. He doesn't like say these things because he's just a crab, but you get the idea that that's what it's thinking. Because
is anyone in the crowd like taking us in at all, or is everyone just like?
No, everybody is really like, these are not
Okay,
animals
it's
anyone
eating-
has seen.
Yeah.
All
Like,
right.
even the
I just
bees
wanted to-
were not regular bees. They were each like 5-inch bees. It's a swarm of 5-inch bees. It was
So-
terrifying.
So okay,
People
is
are on
the-
the edge of their seats.
I understand you haven't gotten through the
Murder
description yet,
hornets.
but is this just like regular animals that someone cast a Photoshop scale tool on? I don't know what the
Make a-
spell is called, but I
Make
know
an
that they're.
insight check, actually.
I think the spell you're looking for is enlarge.
Is it just enlarge?
Disguise self. Disguise another.
Sorry, what was this insight?
Insight.
19.
It is not an enlarged spell. You get the idea that they just have a druid
Oh,
who's just like, that's why there's an hour between the two waves. It's like he just wild shapes a couple times and then like takes a short rest, and then wild shapes a
Okay.
couple more times. And the second of the second wave is the vile behemotoad, and it's the 5-foot toad that croaks out and like flicks its tongue at this man with a whip. Yeah, there you go. That's the exotic Parade of Wonder.
does that mean I can turn into any one of these things now?
No,
'Cause
no,
I've
no. You
seen
have not
them?
studied these things. You
Oh,
have seen them
wow.
passively one time and spent the whole time coming up with how to ruin the magic. Like,
That's what I do, in character and out.
Yeah.
Have you seen our
Um,
shop?
you're like the guy at the magic show who's like, I know how he does that. Everybody's like, who cares? It's cool. Like,
Well, I mean, since I literally frequently do that magic myself, of course I'm going to ruin the magic.
Mhm.
Well, no, I'm not ruining the magic. It is the magic. It is magic.
It is bad. Yeah.
I can't
Yeah, I
ruin
suppose
the
that's
magic
true.
when it literally is magic.
right. You're unveiling the magic, I suppose.
Oh my goodness.
Don't look behind the curtain.
Unfortunately, you look at tomorrow's agenda. There is also an exotic Parade of Wonder tomorrow, but that's fine. And then, after the two waves of the exotic Parade of Wonder, separated by about an hour intermission and acrobatics show, the Battle Royale starts. And you see several people enter the ring, including the Vixen Veronica Velvet, Big Band Bolton, both rough and tumble, the Brother Strange. Some of you saw them last night. Money and Power as well. The Survivor, Sarah Silver, and Awesome Amelia Monroe all enter the ring, and they have like a pretty good back and forth, and it starts to really get the crowd gets on the edge of their seats, and then you notice the tent kind of goes slack, and you hear winds pick up outside, and you see what you recognize to be Savage Randall Cobb and Big Bad Bolton run out of the tent as it's starting to come down. Jake, you hear screaming from the circus as you look up, and it looks as if huge winds have picked up just on top of this hill. So strong that they've snapped the guideline for one of the sides of this tent, and Big Band Bolton is standing there holding on to both ends of this snapped rope.
How far away is it?
200, 300 feet.
Ah.
But he is standing there, severed rope in one hand, severed rope in the other, doing everything he can to keep this tent upright, while inside you notice the participants are doing the best they can to evacuate the tent. That is where we will pick up next week.
Oh my goodness.
In the Red. Thanks everybody for hanging out, watching, and participating. Check us out on Patreon, where you can do neat things. You can make your own Fey Spirit for $15 a month, or potentially other things that could impact the story. I'm not against NPCs or other things that can be mild use. Additionally, at $3 a month, you can give these folks a Benny every month to help them in their adventures. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. YouTube is up to date, so if you are missing episodes, if you don't know what's going on, the YouTube channel, youtube.com/Initiative Coffee Company, has all of the episodes loaded into playlists. This one will go up tomorrow to abide by Twitch's copyright. So that this will be there then. Additionally, you can go to initiativecoffeeco.com and buy coffee, where you can support us with our improved initiative blend or the Fulgurite blend, or you can support one of the Help Action benefit roasts, where you can help out Jasper's Game Day with Metadata, or Rise Above the Disorder with Snickety Snooks, partnerships with Mini Terrain Domain and Holly Conrad, respectively.
Only a few bags left of that Snickety Snook.
Only a few bags of Snickety Snooks left. I might have to update the inventory. There might say that there's none, but there are a few. Other than that, we will see you hopefully Monday for some Adventures League with Storm King's Thunder. And then next Tuesday, which is the 14th, where we will see what happens next here on In the Red. As always, have fun, play safe, roll with friends, and until the next time, roll together. Thanks, guys.
Have a good night.